Hi, this is Martin Brooke from Duke University, and I just wanted to tell you a bit about my experience with the XPRIZE. In 2013, I was teaching a class with Doug Nowacek from Duke Marine Lab called Ocean Engineering, and we were looking for something to motivate the students and get them excited about the area of ocean engineering. And the Wendy Schmidt Ocean Health XPRIZE, which is to measure pH in the ocean accurately, was open, and so we decided to compete. Neither of us had any experience in XPRIZes or actually in ocean pH measurement, except for normal pH stuff you do in the lab. But it seemed like a great opportunity for us to engage students and get them excited about their work at Duke. And so we did. We signed up, and we managed to go through rounds 1, 2, and 3, the proposal round, the equivalent of proposal in round 1 and round two of this contest. We didn't do well enough to get into the prize purse rankings, but we competed in those phases, and lots of students went to the various events, and overall it was a very successful event from our standpoint, because we set goals of competing as best as we could, and using the XPRIZE as an opportunity to experience sort of a real-world setting for the students. We figured if someone was prepared to put up the money for a contest, it must be something important enough that that it was worth doing. So we gained a lot. There's our sensor right here, the case for it. It was a PVC case we used because we were going for a low-cost option. We learned a lot through this contest. I think the number one thing I would tell people about the XPRIZE is, I know some of the teams are very hell-bent on winning. I think winning is, I'm not sure what I would do if we actually won one of the XPRIZE contests. It would be like a pretty bit difficult to deal with all that money coming in like that here at Duke. We're going into the contest for a lot of other reasons than winning. Winning would be great, but we're going into it for the opportunity to participate in something very realistic, very real world, but difficult and challenging. And so we have really stressed for the students and for our current XPRIZE entry, we're involved in this shell discovery contest, the idea of participation and being involved, and the opportunity to be involved in the XPRIZE environment and the settings that they have, and to try our best in those environments. And it's very valuable for us. We've learned a lot. We've learned things like it's a really good idea not to have the contest round be the first time you've tested something. I think a lot of people learned that in the Wendy Schmidt contest. So testing, the more you can do to test things, and of course the key to that is starting early and trying to not leave it to the last minute. Something's always going to go wrong. One of the things we definitely learned about the round 1 phase, and I'm assuming this will happen in round 1 here too, is that lots of things are going to go wrong in round 1. The chances that a team is going to measure all 500 square kilometers of ocean to half-meter accuracy in round 1, I think, are very low, and that's what makes the contest interesting. I think the XPRIZE expects that, we're expecting that, and going into it realizing that that's the way it's going to be. That's going to be challenging, and that you learn from these mistakes and problems you have, and hopefully by round 2 you get to where you actually get things to work the way you wanted them to work. And that's kind of what happened with us in the first XPRIZE we entered in. By the time we got to the second XPRIZE, our sensor worked. It was in the ocean for like over a month. It took data, and we were ecstatically happy with that we actually got data. We published a conference paper in a sensor technology conference, and we're working on more papers from the data we took. One of the nice things about the XPRIZE is that the environment they provide, the setting they provide for doing these experiments, we're calling them, is very difficult to replicate. In the Wendy Schmidt contest, they provided accurate measurements of pH for us to test our device against. We didn't have that data until after the contest, but that was extremely useful to have the data afterwards, just as we're going to get ideas of how well our maps work and how well our devices are worked from the XPRIZE, that getting that data and providing those reference sets that we can use to evaluate the performance of devices is extremely valuable. And so I think just participation is what you want to aim for. It's nice to win, but what you want to really shoot for is being able to participate and to get those experiences, get those valuable environmental settings that only the XPRIZE can really provide for a lot of us. I mean, you need millions of dollars to set up the test sites and everything that the XPRIZE is going to provide for us for just participating in the contest. And I think that's extremely useful. Another thing I really valued about being in the previous XPRIZE was the opportunity to talk to the other teams. We did not have a great deal of experience in deep water sensor development. Doug Nowacek uses some deep water sensors for his ocean work with mammals, but we did not have a lot of experience, and so the chance to talk to some of the other teams about their experiences and what was important to them and what they thought were the issues and not the issues was really a great opportunity for this. I think the ability to share information amongst teams was very valuable. The team that did win the Wendy Schmidt Open XPRIZE, I was extremely happy with the outcome that they won. It was a relatively small startup company, and I got a chance to talk with the founder of the company and at the summits and during the contest, and he's a very impressive guy, and it was a wonderful experience to see them do so well in the contest and to see the opportunity that the XPRIZE created for them. So I hope this has been some help. I hope you all have a great time participating in the contest. I know I'm going to. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it, and I hope you do too.